Hello, welcome back to the Visible Audit. This channel exists for one reason only, to help business owners stop losing customers to competitors already dominating page one on Google before the conversation even begins. See, most businesses do not have a service problem. They have a visibility problem. If buyers cannot find you when they are actively searching for your services, Google is simply handing those customers to someone else. So on this channel, we do live website audits and real Google searches to expose the visibility leaks, conversion leaks, and ranking opportunities most business owners never even realize are costing them leads. Here's how the process works. First, we randomly choose a local business niche. Then we randomly choose a state. After that, we perform a live Google search exactly like a real customer would. However, we use keywords everywhere to identify the actual high-intent search phrases buyers are typing into Google when they are ready to hire or purchase. Then we usually look for businesses sitting around page 2 of Google because these companies are often very close to major growth but are still invisible to most buyers. From there, we break down what they are doing right, what is hurting their rankings, what competitors are doing better, how their homepage could convert more visitors into actual leads, and what simple enhancements could help improve both visibility and conversion performance. Now, in these public audits, we usually focus mostly on the homepage for educational purposes. But in a full website monetization review, we would analyze the entire site structure: service pages, metadata, conversion flow, authority positioning, keyword targeting, and overall search footprint. The goal is simple: help businesses build page one visibility so competitors stop intercepting buyers online. So let's spin the wheel, choose today's niche, and see which business we're auditing today. And if you're a business owner watching this and want a website monetization review for your own company, check the link in the description down below. All right, let's check the industry that we're going to go to for this local SEO audit. All right, looks like pest control company. Now let's pick a location. Iowa. All right, let's do it. Let's go to Google. So I'm just going to start with a regular search. We're going to type pest control company Iowa. Okay. And then we're going to hit enter. We're going to see if that's got good search behind it. And no, it doesn't have any volume. So that's not going to be the right phrase for us to target. We want to find the people that are highly motivated to act. So here we go. Anyone who's typing out 4, 5, 6, 7 words at a time is extremely motivated to act. And as you can see, pest control, Des Moines, Iowa, 1,300 searches a month. And people are paying as much as $11.67 per click. Nobody in their right mind is paying $11 per click with no guarantee that they're getting a lead out of that. No one's going to pay that unless the leads that they are getting are incredible. So that's a really good phrase for us to target is pest control Des Moines. Okay, now we don't care about the people on page one because they're getting all the traffic anyway. And if you're like me and you do a search and you don't see what you're looking for, you just type another phrase. Almost nobody goes to page two, which is why we focus on page two in these local SEO audits, because these businesses are on the verge of major growth but are still invisible to most buyers. And so these guys are losing customers to their competitors before the conversation even begins. So all they would have to do right here is change their title tag to Premier Pest Control Des Moines hyphen Exterminator Des Moines hyphen Premier Pest Services Inc. if they really wanted to have that in there. But if they put the primary buyer intent phrase as their first phrase in their title, that tells Google that they're optimized for that phrase. Again, you can see they don't even have a meta description because it trails off with the 3 dots and says read more. So it'd be better to just say looking for pest control in Des Moines ? We offer pest control services and, exterminator services. We offer pest control and exterminator services, call now, and then they can put their phone number. And that would be it. It ends on their phone number. So something like that with a proper meta title and a meta description would tell Google that they are optimized for what the buyers are actually searching for, and that would move them onto page 1 from page 2. Now let's check their actual website. Oh my Lord. All right. So the reason I said that is because I understand that they have red shirts, and a lot of people do this. They make the biggest mistake of their lives when it comes to their websites, and they try and match their buttons and their homepage navigation with their logo, with their colors of their shirts. People that do that don't understand their customers. If you really want to understand your customers, you have to represent trust. You have to build trust right away. And red is the number one deterrent. Red and certain colors like pink and stuff like that. Red is a very big deterrent online. So I would recommend that they eliminate all reds, period. It should just be when I hover over it goes white. That's fine. Okay. Their request to callback, notice the hover color is an orange background with white writing. It should always be orange background with white writing. No red, period. And it should not say request to callback. It should say get an estimate. That's what it should say, or get started now, something like that. And then again, when the person clicks on that, it takes them to the book an appointment form page. Okay, so that's right off the bat that they got to change that if they want to get more conversions. But I do want to commend them for doing the right thing, which is having a home tab. Unfortunately, when you hover over the home tab, it brings up these two areas. That's not the right place for those to go. They should have an areas served page, and then they can mention both of these areas in there. But never when you hover over the home tab. Never, ever have a drop down when you hover over the home tab. That should just be static, all alone by itself. Nothing should appear when you hover over a home tab. It should just take you right to the home page. Now, this is their most prime real estate on the page. This content right here needs to move up to about here where the window is, and it needs to say, rated #1 pest control services in Des Moines. Okay. That way it matches the exact phrase of the title as well as what was just searched by the user. They should have a call now action with this being blue and underlined so that people know that this is clickable, not just having it clickable. That's not good conversion. Then under that, they should put a button, an orange button with white writing that says get started now, or get an appointment, or get an estimate. And again, that should go to the book your appointment form. Okay, down here in the clear your home of pests in Des Moines and Ankeny, Iowa. This is just too cluttered with location. It should just be consistent to what the homepage is optimized for, which should be pest control services or pest services Des Moines. Okay. If I go back to our search here, it was pest control Des Moines. So again, this needs to say looking for pest control Des Moines in Des Moines ? Then the rest of this, call now. Make this blue and underlined, then a get started now button, orange background, white writing. That should take you to the book your appointment form. Down here, clear your home of pests with pest control in Des Moines, ! Okay. So that would be that. Again, why choose Premier Pest Services? No one cares about you. They only care about themselves. So you would say, why choose Premier for pest control in Des Moines? ? Again, that makes the person say, yeah, why should I choose you for what I just typed out? Okay, and then it has these things here. And oh, great. Okay, lots of stuff that I get when I work with them. Okay, coming down in their page. This is very bad conversion. Never have red buttons, ever. Okay, and don't put learn more. Learn more sounds like work. People don't come to a pest control or an exterminator to learn more. They don't want to learn. People just want to get something. So make this solid orange background, white writing, get started now, or get more information. Fine, get more information. But if the person clicks on it, they felt empowered to get more information, not because you told them to learn more. Okay, so that needs to get fixed. Okay, read more reviews needs to be orange background, solid. get more reviews, not read more reviews. People don't want to spend time learning and reading. They want to take action. They want to get something. Okay, the red background needs to change. That's got to go. I would even just make it black or blue background if they're going to have a video there. Other than that, they do have their Facebook link at the bottom. That's okay. That's fine. I do like their footer. They've got good content in the footer. They do have a 2026 copyright, which is actually correct. That's really good. I would make these phone numbers, blue and underlined so they're clickable. Same thing with the email. They should have it blue and underlined so Google knows that it's a clickable link. I would rate this honestly like a 5 out of 10. They need a lot of work to, stop competitors from stealing their customers before the conversation begins, as well as they need search engine optimization if they want to rank on the first page of Google. But if you have a pest control website and it looks similar to this, or you're making the mistake of copying your logo colors to the website, you need to think in terms of adding value, building trust instantly with your customers, and they don't want to see red. They don't want to see your main headline and call to action slam way down on your header. They want it higher up. It doesn't matter if it blocks the person's face. Okay, having a static image is the right thing to do, but never slam down your call to action so people have to scroll. You don't want to make it so people have to scroll. They should be able to find everything they need in the top of the header and then make an action from there. Okay, so follow my advice. And again, if you own a pest control company and you want a full website review of your site, see the link in the description down below. Thank you for checking out this local SEO audit. I will be back again with another Visible Audit soon. Cheers.